everybody. I'm Dr. Jeffrey E. Berger, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 8 of the Holistic True Wealth series in collaboration with Mupo TV, part of Mupo Entertainment. As the CEO and founder of Abundance and Optimum Wellness and a certified holistic wellness coach, I am of the belief we all should be living a life of abundance and optimum wellness physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. As a certified holistic coach today, I take a finance-first approach to achieving all-encompassing personal well-being by embracing new ways to true wealth in the modern world. Exploring diverse paths opens the doors to true wealth in every sense. As a global ambassador for an innovative company revolutionizing the future of real estate through digital technology, I'm deeply committed to empowering individuals and communities worldwide. My mission goes beyond business by providing global-minded entrepreneurs with new ways to true wealth in the modern world so they can circumvent the system and go from financial fatigue to financial freedom. It's about creating opportunities, providing access, and building a more inclusive and supportive digital world where everyone has a chance to thrive. True wealth is not only about money. It's a combination of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial fitness. Myself and my special guests are all about bringing awareness around alternative solutions from all aspects, leading one towards a path to overall true wealth. The mission: provide real solutions for real people like you who are serious about wanting to go from barely surviving to thriving. I wanted to share this image here. This is New Jersey, July 2024. I attended my second Mupo Entertainment red carpet event. And because of you out there, I humbly received my second award for the Best Holistic True Wealth TV series. I'm extremely appreciative to my family, my friends, my followers, and supporters during this incredible journey. And if you'd like to get access to my digital marketing brochure, just scan that QR code that's on the screen right there, and it'll share a lot more of outside of that little short video that I shared. So before I get started with my special guest today, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And for those that are interested, you can find this interview series in collaboration with Mupo TV at mupotv.com, or you can download their Android or iOS app. And we're also seen on Fire TV, Roku, Vimeo in 144 countries. And I will be right back with our special guest today. Okay, we are back from commercial break, and joining us from Hackensack, New Jersey is Dale Walsh. He was actually born in Midland, Texas, so he's a transplant from Texas to New Jersey. He studied English literature and has a BA from Fairleigh Dickinson University. Also studied history and communications and a magna cum laude class of 1985, which is absolutely amazing, and congratulations on that. Dale helps family members, caregivers reclaim their loved ones from the disconnection of schizophrenia. He's also an Amazon published author, which we'll be sharing a little bit more in this interview. And his favorite quote: "Hi, I'm Dewey, Duck. Can I quack for you?" Welcome, Dale, to the show.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Good to be here. How's everything?
Everything is going fantastic. How about by you up there in New Jersey? In fact, you must have snow up there now.
Actually, we've been threatening snow, but no snow's come through yet. And it's getting cold. Like last night, it seemed like it was going to snow, but it hasn't shown up yet.
All right, good. I know where I'm from in Buffalo, they've got like 6 to 8 feet of snow. So I'm glad I'm down here in Florida. No snow. It's a sunny day today, which is what I love. So before we get started with the questions, tell us who Dale Walsh is outside of your helping family members and caregivers, along with your association with the other things that you're doing from a business perspective.
Okay, well, I basically was born in Texas. My mother divorced and remarried, and I moved from Abilene, Texas, to Midtown Manhattan at the age of 10. Went to boarding school at the age of 14. Ended up at Dartmouth College, where I had a academically successful but drug-addled freshman year, and that led to what I thought was a great joke. It was "Hi, I'm God," and I was like walking around campus telling everybody I was God because how could God be 5'8"? So basically, I got hospitalized, came to Hackensack. I was in a psychiatric program for 5.5 years. Got out of there, got my own apartment, went back to Fairleigh Dickinson, graduated. Then I became a private tutor for Fairleigh Dickinson students for a long time. Basically began an entrepreneurial career, which culminated about 3 years ago when I joined this company called World Financial Group, which is whose umbrella company is whose parent company is Transamerica Insurance, and we're dedicated to financial education and helping people with retirement and long-term planning and financial planning. We do it for free, so we're basically sort of like renegades in the financial services business. And if I could, as you mentioned, I'm a poet. I usually like start my talks with a poem, which I call my introduction, and it's a poem called Dale Reviewing What Actually Happened.
Go for it.
And it goes like this. "Hi, I'm God" was a joke I made after Killer Dartmouth toke of some primo Ivy League smoke, which apparently caused me to choke because in mental hospital I awoke with Rumi Gabriel, the main bloke who did my delusions angelically stroke. Even while doctor claimed my brain broke the moment divine gag I spoke, testifying I was only bit quack, which clinicians diagnosed a psychotic attack preventing me from getting sanity back until I came to Teaneck Hackensack to pursue resident therapy program track and deal with my evident lack of reason among psychiatric patient pack who never gave me any slack. Under interrogation, the story didn't crack.
Very good. Awesome. Yes, I know that you are a whirlwind at poetry, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later. But you know what? We've been friends since 2020, and we were really introduced through Gretchen Hernandez, who is a mindset coach, and she's an amazing person, and Ricky, her husband, is an incredible person as well. So we really got to know each other back in 2020. So share with our viewers a little bit about you growing up in New Jersey, and when you were, diagnosed with schizophrenia, and how that played out in your role of, getting that diagnosis and then working through what you needed to work through to get where you are today.
Well, to tell you the truth, my childhood was basically I had an ideal childhood in Abilene, Texas.
Okay.
And then I got transplanted to New York, and
Right.
That obviously was like a total change in my life and everything. And so I followed the typical American path to success, excellent boarding school, Ivy League college, and everything. And then when I was 20, basically I got derailed, and I came up with I got saddled with this diagnosis of schizophrenia, and obviously it was like the most life-changing event of my life.
Sure.
And it brought me to New Jersey, and I've been in I've been in Hackensack for 49 years now and everything. And so basically, I was very fortunate in that my family had like the means to be able to get me the help I needed in order to like overcome my schizophrenia, even though, a lot of times I was kicking and screaming against my therapy and everything. But
Sure.
I was in the program for 5.5 years, and I was hospitalized 9 times, and ultimately I was hospitalized 15 times.
Wow.
The last 6 times I admitted myself because I had the self awareness to know I was psychotic. So, and I should add at this point, Jeff, that I haven't had an episode for 31 years. So,
Congratulations. That's awesome.
and I graduated from college even while I was having psychotic episodes over the vacations and everything. But
Wow.
so basically, as I said, I was very fortunate in that my parents had the resources to like help me get better, and and that's the one thing that I found in my experience with helping families is that a lot of people are just lost because they don't have the financial resources to like get their loved ones the help they need, and the government programs are so fragmented and poorly funded that you can't look to them to help you like
Yeah,
get
no, yeah, you're absolutely correct. We're living in a world of broken and corrupt systems, and unfortunately, the majority are not thriving as we should be thriving these days. But you have really come a very long way through your journey. So, get to the specifics about what you're doing in helping others who are living with schizophrenia, because you are a walking testimonial that there is hope out there for people, and getting them to a point where they don't have any more episodes, or they'll have drastic reduction in episodes.
right. Well, so basically, I came up with what I call I feel this is sort of like a stroke of genius God blessed me with, but I came up with something called the Live Love method, which is a therapeutic method, and it's an anagram for learn, integrate, validate, explore, and then listen, observe, value, and express. Those are like the 8 steps of the program. And so basically, I take people through that, exploring not only their communication and their caregiving powers and what they're doing, but even more important, I feel that, it's crucial for caregivers not to lose themselves to codependency and to ultimately be able to reclaim their own identity from that of a caregiver. Because if a family member is like totally codependent on, in a codependent relationship with their loved one, then they aren't going to be able to help. So
Right.
not only do I help people like learn how to communicate better with their loved ones, and to give them an idea of what the illness is really about. I meant sort of like what I learned about the ins and outs of the illness, but also just to give them the insight and the power to reclaim their own identity so that they can be a pillar of strength for their loved one.
That's awesome. That's incredible. And I know that you're helping a lot of people, since we've spoken several times and been on Gretchen's things and her meetings in the very, very beginning. But you're doing incredible work. So what we're gonna do is take a quick commercial break. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a global ambassador for an international real estate fractional ownership company. What that basically is partial ownership of high-end hotel and resorts, where you can invest and get some money back on a monthly basis. And I am spearheading the 24 to 36 IPO launch here in the United States. We're setting up a headquarters here in the United States, and this will give you just a little idea about what I'm doing from a holistic financial perspective, really getting out of the mainstream, entities from centralized to decentralized. So there's a combination of both. So here, we'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and congratulations on being an Amazon published author. And these are two of your favorite out of the 5 that you have published, Dale. And just share a little bit about what each of these books, publications, have to offer each of the readers from a high level
Okay.
perspective.
Well, obviously every book is like it's a progression
Sure.
on a spectrum. As I progressed as a poet, I mean, I think my first book I published in 2014, and then my last one I published in 2017. And actually, I'm at this very moment transcribing my handwritten manuscripts to Word so I can put out a new book, hopefully before Christmas. I want to also do audio books and everything. But for Fossil Fuel for the Brain was for a long time my favorite. It's like a series. I have different forms that I explore. In fact, the poem I recited I call a Dale, which is 6 words a line, 2 sets of 9 rhymes apiece. So people say, how's that work? But you can find out about it by in Fossil Fuel for the Brain, because I have probably 30 Dales in it. And then I also have Psalms for the modern times. And, I just think there's a very good variety of, forms and ideas in Fossil Fuel for the Brain. And then Entering the New Era of Do is much more sort of fluid, there are forms, but there's it's not segregated into different sections and everything. But I think it shows my progression through my poetic career. I just feel the more I do poetry, the more I can express myself satisfactorily to my own desire to express myself.
Outstanding. That's great. Well, you can find those publications under D.E. Walsh on Amazon. I had troubles, and I was looking for Dale Walsh, and there was nothing. And then he said, no, you got to look for D.E. Walsh. So go look for those. And then for Dale talked about this Live Love method earlier. This is his website. So please feel free to go to his website and check out the program and get in touch with him. So with that, if there was one nugget, one piece of advice that you could provide one or more of our viewers who are just sick and tired of being sick and tired, looking for that glimmer of hope. And, as I said earlier, you have that hope for people who want to improve their health. What would that be?
Well, actually, there are a couple of things, to be honest, Jeff. First off, if you're dealing with a serious mental illness, then, this a lot of people might disagree with this. But in my own experience going through it, the importance of medication is critical. Basically, I've been out of the hospital for 30 years because I stopped fighting my medication. And, that's something. And I know we'll just go into this very briefly, but there's something called agnosognosia, which comes from neurology for stroke victims. That means unable to comprehend that there's something wrong with your brain. So, and it affects 50 to 60% of people with serious mental illness. So obviously, if you don't think there's anything wrong with you, medication is going to be a big obstacle. So that's something that people have to be aware of. But medication is absolute, in my opinion, is absolutely essential in order for recovery. And then the thing I talk about with my clients is just like patience, hope, faith, and love. And how you be because and also endurance because it's mental illness isn't like a cold that's going to go away in 2 weeks. It's
Journey.
something. It's a lifelong journey, and so but patience, just being able to like respond rather than react. Faith, which is like just trusting that there is a reason for this, and despite your frustration and everything. Love is sort of self-explanatory, and then hope is just that's when I had a brief speaking career that was interrupted by COVID, but when I was speaking, inevitably people would come up to me after my speech and say, "Thank you, you've given us hope." And
Awesome.
that's really like the greatest gift I can give to people, because
Yeah.
when you're involved in the trenches of dealing with with serious mental illness, hope is sometimes the first thing that's lost.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, and hope is there. I mean that's what I was looking for back in 2018 when I was on 5 medications. I came off of 5 medications with that hope. And you talk about respond versus react, and I that was a big part of my whole journey too. I evaluated when a trigger hit me rather than react. I I evaluated. I took a step back and evaluated the situation. Why is it here? What am I supposed to learn from it? What am I supposed to take away? Maybe help somebody else, and how can I improve rather than take it into a negative, but turn it into a positive. So I love that response, and I know that you're going to be helping a ton of people, and can't wait to hear more of your successes. Plus, thank you so much for coming on today and being,
So,
you know,
so can I just say one quick thing about response versus reaction?
sure, sure,
Well, I meant response. I'm talking about with the caregiver, because people with serious mental illness can say a lot of very triggering things,
sure.
and rather than just react and with blind rage or anger, hitting back, which is basically what the person might want, just take that like 3 seconds to like say okay, this isn't him. This isn't the person I love, and just deal with it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's great. So we're wrapping up here. And as I said earlier, I am a global ambassador for an international digital real estate company expanding here in the United States. And if anybody out there is interested in learning more about decentralization, real world assets, digital real estate ownership, the metaverse, our newest IPO announcement, we are really working on a collaborative, eccentric ecosystem, if you will, combining real tech, which is real estate tech, fintech, financial tech, ed tech, education tech, and others that are going to be coming into the future. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more, just scan the QR code. You can sign up for one of the upcoming webinars that I have on a monthly basis. And I'm really educating those who are looking for what's happening today that is going to impact the world over the next 3 to 5 to 10 years plus into the future. Those of us who are involved with it today, we're having amazing, amazing results with it. And we want to share it with other people to get them informed, because it's not out there. So I say you don't want to miss out being a pioneer with us. We are pioneers in this industry, and you've got nothing to lose to get information. I'm confident that one of those, what's happening today, is there for you. And remember, Holistic True Wealth is about balance and harmony across all disciplines that I embrace and that I teach about. And it's about creating a life that is rich in experiences, in relationships, knowledge, and purpose. And by embracing this holistic approach that I have been doing for the last 8 years, we can achieve a state of well-being that is sustainable and fulfilling, leading us to live our best lives. And finally, holistic mental and financial fitness is a new path to embracing true wealth. So with that, thank you again, Dale. I appreciate your time and sharing all the wisdom that you did today. And we'll see you on the inside next time.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thought I was playing? Huh. I was playing? Huh.